Hola chicos, ¿están listos ahora para empezar con el capítulo 6? El último capítulo del semestre o de la sesión del verano, ¿no? Y terminamos con el capítulo 6 el lunes, no el miércoles como antes. Terminamos el lunes del 29 de junio. Y es porque la sesión del verano termina en ese día. Okay? So we're ready for chapter 6. It's a rush. It's going to be quick. We do not end on Wednesday this time, and that is because the IU East summer session ends on Monday, June 29th. So that's when we have to be finished, right? So it's a bit shorter time frame. That's why I put the oral exams with capítulo 5, no con capítulo 6, so that we can get them done. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you in the next day or so for your oral exams. You have a bit less work with capítulo 6 because you only have 5 days instead of 7. So there is no film and no film forum with capítulo 6. There's no Michel Thomas discs. And I know some of you love Michel Thomas, and if you want to keep going with the discs, you can. You can just go to resources, click on resources, Michel Thomas audio, and you can do more, but you don't have to. You have a bit fewer exercises in my Spanish lab. Now, you may want to do some extra if you're not comfortable with the grammar concepts in this chapter. Feel free to do extra exercises. I'm just trying to cut back a little bit on the workload, all right? So, en capítulo 6, por supuesto, hay conceptos nuevos. Vocabulario es comidas, bebidas, cosas en la cocina. So talking about food and drink and the kitchen, this you're already familiar with, right? Because you've done a bit of this in the forum post for capítulo 5, right? Or with capítulo 5. Lots of verb things in this chapter. You're going to be learning the irregular verbs dar y decir. The reason these are included in capítulo 6 is because you're also going to be dealing with indirect object pronouns and using direct and indirect objects and object pronouns together. And indirect object pronouns are often used with dar and decir, to give and to tell, right? We'll be working with the verb gustar and other similar verbs. Some of you have already used this in your forum posts and done a pretty good job with it. So it shouldn't be that unusual of a concept for you to work with, but it can be difficult. Gustar is like saying to like, right? In English we say I like, you like. In Spanish they don't say that. What they do is they say something or some things are pleasing to me or pleasing to us. So you have to use pronouns with that. So that's why that's also included with this chapter. And then you're going to be learning el pretérito. You're going to start to deal with the past tense. El pretérito can be a bit difficult. There are a lot of irregulars, but in my PowerPoints, and you'll see this in the e-text also, but you can go to the PowerPoints, print out slides that work with you. You'll see that we have groups of irregulars. They're groups according to how they are irregular. So take some time with that. Take some time going over the PowerPoint, going over my short lectures. Make sure you're getting the concept. So your forum post for this time, your composition forum post is going to be using the preterite tense. So make sure you don't try to do that forum post until you have gone over all of the concepts for the preterite tense, because you need to be talking about el verano pasado, so the past summer. So you're going to need to be writing in the past. Cultura, we'll be talking about Chile, so we're heading down to South America. So your work, you have, as always, your videos and music that are in the modules. You have your e-text chapter, making sure you go through it, go through my PowerPoints, watch the video lectures. My Spanish lab, always you have the PowerPoints, the tutorials, and then the exercises there. Make sure you do your composition forum posts. If you're doing Duolingo, go ahead and do that. And then you have your last exam. Your last exam is not a comprehensive final exam. I've had a couple of students ask me about that. You don't have a final exam in the summer session because we are so quick, right? So it is just like the other exams have been. It is on capítulo 5 y capítulo 6. Now, of course, when you're learning a language, everything you learn builds on what you've already learned. So you may see some grammar concepts that you think, that ties in a little bit more to, say, capítulo 4, when we're looking at direct object pronouns. Well, of course, we're learning indirect object pronouns, so there's going to be connections and there's going to be ties between them. But really, this is just a two-chapter test like you've already have. So it has been a wonderful, very fast, very intensive summer session working with all of you. If you have questions, if you want to chat, just contact me. You know I'm accessible. You know I'll write back quickly. And I wish you all the best. Adios.